Hello, good evening, folks from Izmir, Turkey. This is the Basketball Champions League, and it's Pinar Karsiyaka getting ready to face Dinamo Sassari. Well, this is Group A, and these are certainly two of the teams in the hunt for those top four spots that will ensure their progression in the competition. Both of them coming in the top four, although Dinamo Sassari's position perhaps a little bit more precarious. Unet Holon going up against UCAM Murcia today, and then tomorrow we've got Juventus Unet home to Monaco, and then NSC Krasnoyarsk will be taking on EV Baskets Oldenburg. So Karsiyaka play here in Izmir, and they have a devoted fan following. They're excited once again about their form in the Basketball Champions League. They are trailing Monaco by 2 games, but they're in second place. You can see Dinamo Sassari, although they're 3 and 4 in this tightly packed group, they have indeed climbed into that top 4. And folks, I have to say, I think this Dinamo Sassari team is perhaps a little bit better than a 3 and 4 team, and maybe this will prove to be the case, and we'll see them advancing. But anyway, Federico Pasquini, the coach, a lot of terrific players, Scott Bamforth, right at the top, Levi Randolph, Sean Jones, Rock Stipchevich, he's back tonight, William Hatcher, Achille Polonara. There are a lot of options that he has coming into this game, and they have proven to be road warriors in the past, in their 2 seasons in the Basketball Champions League. So it's going to be interesting to see how they fare tonight and what promises to be a hot environment. For Alexander Trifunovic, well, it's a team that has Jared Jones that has been making a lot of players been making a lot of headlines. DJ Kennedy, although he was injured last week and remains to be seen if he's going to be out there tonight. It looks like he will be able to go. He's got the smile on his face, which suggests everything is okay, A-OK. So Pinar Karsiyaka got to the quarterfinals last year before falling to Umana Raya Venezia, and Dinamo Sassari, of course, went on that great run through the regular season, or shall we say a roller coaster run, and they got all the way into the round of 16. And it was a fun game, a fun team to watch. And now, obviously, both of these teams have the bit between the teeth, and they're really going to make a run at the postseason once again. There's Achille Polonara, the Italy international, and certainly a player whose prestige, I would suggest, is going up and up. He's playing really for a really talented team, but getting good minutes. Pasquini is putting him in there. He's a big who can step outside and shoot it, but he can also penetrate. And maybe if Dinamo Sassari do have a strength, it would be their depth. I mean, they do have some players. They were able to win last week, and that was even without Stipchevich while he was out injured. So the Dinamo Sassari players being introduced here to the fans, and Dinamo Sassari, of course, come from the island of Sardinia in Italy, and this is probably, you'd have to say, a big selling point when it comes to attracting players to their club. This is a place where if you're going to have an off day, it's not a bad place to be in Sardinia. For Karsiyaka, Izmir is not a bad place to be either, and they do have a passionate fan base. This is a team that, again, was coached last year by a different coach, Nenad Markovic, who went to Iberostar Tenerife. Now he's moved back to Turkey to coach at Gaziantep. So Alexander Trifunovic is now in charge. He's the last man there on the left, giving the low fives and the high fives. And so far, so good for them in the Basketball Champions League. 5-2. And every chance for this team to do something special. There's Trifunovic on the left, shaking the hands of Pasquini. So in the tradition of the Basketball Champions League, remember this is the second season, the players, after they're introduced, they go and meet at midcourt, and sometimes they get a really nice basket of things. Look at that. I've never seen that before. Turin from DeVecchi. So I'm not sure what present that was, but that's got to be the all-time greatest exchange ever for any player to come away with what looked like a basket of goodies. Maybe it's full of holiday festivity type morsels. Turkish delights, perhaps, coming from Sassari. Anyway, we've got the final warm-ups here before the game, and we will go through the results of these teams before we tip things off here that they've had throughout this season. We'll also get a look at the starting fives and who is playing where. We've already had a look at the standings. For Pinar Karsiyaka, they started the season at Alba Fehevar in the qualification round, in fact, and lost 92-90, but then they came back home and won 81-72. There you see the referees tonight, Johan Rosso, Sasa Mericic in there. And then when they took on Dinamo Sassari, this was a real thriller. Of course, this is the second meeting between these two teams in the regular season. Pinar Karsiyaka won that one 88-87. So that's how close it was. And Pinar Karsiyaka then winning 90-78 over Juventus Utena. It's going to be Bamforth, Daishon Pierre, Sean Jones, William Hatcher, and Polonara in that starting five for Dinamo Sassari. Pinar Karsiyaka then went to EV Baskets Oldenburg and lost 96-82. Here's their starting lineup tonight. Guven, Waters, Scott Wood, Jared Jones, and Karahan. Good shooter, Karahan. Keep an eye on him. And Pasquini, the coach of Dinamo Sassari. He was in charge of the team last year. And then, of course, Alexander Trifunovic going over his last-minute preparations here before the game. So, again, going back, Pinar Karsiyaka had to make it through the qualification round. They did. The third qualification round against Alba Fehevar of Hungary. Then Pinar Karsiyaka won a real thriller in their first game at Dinamo Sassari. They came home and won against Juventus Utena, but then they fell at EV Baskets Oldenburg, 96-82. Pinar Karsiyaka returned home to Izmir and won over Unet Holon, 98-91. Pinar Karsiyaka then won 96-91 at UKAM Murcia. That was an impressive win.
Remember that.
And Pinar Karsiyaka won on November 15th before the international break, 97-81 over NSC Krasnoyarsk. And last week, after the international break, Pinar Karsiyaka traveled to the Principality and lost to the Roca team, AS Monaco, who are the only unbeaten team in the Basketball Champions League. For Dinamo Sassari, again, they lost their opener in the regular season, 88-87 to Pinar Karsiyaka in Sardinia. And then they fell at home to EV Baskets Oldenburg, 83-76. Dinamo Sassari had to hit the road to get their first win, and they did. A 5-point win, 83-78 at UKAM Murcia back on October 25th. Then on game day 4, Dinamo Sassari lost at home again, 81-63 to Monaco. On November 8th, Dinamo Sassari fell at Juventus Utena, 90-85. So they were in dire straits back on November 8th. But right before the international break, Dinamo Sassari won 98-84 over Unet Holon. And then last week we saw them hit the road and win 75-65 at NSC Krasnoyarsk in Russia. So here we have it, folks. It's 5-2 Pinar Karsiyaka in white, taking on 3-4 Dinamo Sassari in the green. And welcome, folks. If you're just joining us, we're in Izmir, Turkey. It's the Basketball Champions League And Dinamo Sassari have won the opening tip. They are wearing the dark uniforms and attacking the basket to the right. So Jones is guarding Polonara. And the ball goes off of Sean Jones. And then going up and having the ball knocked away. Pinar Karsiyaka. And that was good hands from Bamforth. And that was Dominic Waters, the point guard, who had it knocked away. Now here's Pierre. Nice wraparound pass, and Jones goes up and scores with the left hand. Now a three-point attempt from Karahan is no good. Bamforth tries to get it again to Jones. Jones was a real beast last week against NEC Krasnoyarsk. Here's Jared Jones open off the back of the iron, and Sean Jones gets it back and hands it off to William Hatcher. And a nice drive again from Jones. He does have a tendency to start fast. He started really well last week at NEC Krasnoyarsk. Waters misses, and Polinar with the rebound. Gets the outlet pass to Bamforth. And Bamforth, Katahan reached in and forced the turnover. A little bit careless from Bamforth, who I think is one of the best players in the competition. Good hands from Karahan. You know, they have got so many good young talents in Turkey. Now, good reach from Bamforth, knocks it away, and the ball bounces off the hands of Polinar, but ends up with Bamforth. And then Sean Jones is able to get the long rebound. William Hatcher puts it up from three. And Dinamo Sassari, well, right now they're playing like Dinamo Sorcery. They're really putting the hex on this Pinar Karsiyaka team. 7-0. Karahan over to Wood. And Jones with the rebound. Entry pass, and Guven. The short little jump hook. So you got Karahan and Guven, two really bright young talents. Turkish national team prospects at some point, no doubt. Jean-Pierre gets inside, puts it up, and the Canadian gets it to fall. He has been impressive in the games that I've had the pleasure to call for Dinamo Sassari. Waters over to Karahan inside the arc. Hatcher with the rebound. Bamforth puts the pressure over to Pierre. He can knock it in. Bamforth kept it alive. And again, the pass inside. Sean Jones put up an awkward shot there. And then Waters pushes it quickly. And Hatcher, who fouled out of last week's game, picks up his first personal. Sean Jones knocks it away. Now Bamforth has it, pulls up on the break, and that was short. And Guven collects the rebound. Now inside, and the rejection from Pierre. But on the follow, Jones gets the basket because His attempt hit the backboard first. That was a good block there, but watch this. Went up, and then Jones called it after it glanced off the backboard, so it's 9-4. Dinamo Sassari on top. Hatcher, well, that's a tough pass to catch for Sean Jones. Like a line drive. Oskars Lucius from Latvia also refereeing tonight with Maricic and Rosso. Three-pointer is good from Waters. No, that was a 2, excuse me. And back to a three-point game. But we saw Dinamo Sassari get on top last week by a huge number. And NC Krasnoyarsk came back. Here's Polonara. Puts it up too far. Too hard. Wood for 3. And nobody gets back for Pierre, who goes up for the two-handed jam. He leaked out quickly. And Dinamo will take all the easy baskets they can get. Now Sean Jones gets in, knocks it away from Guven, but he gets it back. Now Waters. Jones wide open. He can hit it, but he was short. Jones was already the MVP of the week on one occasion this season, and also a member of the All-Star 5. Better shooting you can see from Dinamo Sassari early. Sean Jones gets it and turned around, and a foul called on Guven. It looked like Scott Wood may have actually gotten the foul first, but it was actually called on Guven. Rok Stipčević has come into the game for Dinamo Sassari. So a 6-point advantage. Jones is having himself a decent season. Makes both. Came into this game averaging 12 points and 7 rebounds per contest. Now the jump shot fouled out on the perimeter. So I think the foul was not on the shooter but on Guven. Waters whips it over to Callahan. Same players on the court here for this Pinar Karsiyaka team. And Jared Jones not able to get the rebound. Look at this. Oh, I think Guven went up and got a hand on it as well and knocked it away. Levi Randolph in the game, number 20 as well for Pinar Karsiyaka. Here's Jones going right at Guven. Passes it outside to Pierre. Oh, Pierre! 16-6. Dinamo Sassari have come out strong today and going for their third consecutive win, lead by 10 points over Pinar Karsiyaka. And Pierre, the advantage, he's got the athleticism and the strength to go inside, but he can also sit outside and drill those three-pointers. So timeout. Let's listen to Coach Trifunovic.
They miss some open shots, he missed some open shots in this. Listen, if they're in this court, and they're in this court, go here. DJ, go here, purely. Pick, pop, transfer aside here, Scott, go corner, okay? Pick and pop, transfer, you edge here. Ask for a ball here on this pick, one here.
Shooting numbers early on, you see 0 of 5 from deep for Pinar Karsiyaka, 2 of 6 for Dinamo Sassari. So we'll see how Pinar Karsiyaka react coming out of the timeout. Jones to Cardahan. They run it. Get it back to Jones. They get a jump shot. And Pierre comes in for the rebound. Stipcevic. Oh, nice pass. Hatcher, and Wood goes inside. Jones went straight up, and Sean Jones missed. Now Wood hits the three-pointer. So 5-point swing there. The foul, Waters. Of course, the man who really stood out for Dinamo Sassari in the first meeting was Levi Randolph, who's come off the bench in this game. He started in that game and had 27 points. Hit 10 of 15 shots from the floor. But Jared Jones had 29 points and 9 rebounds. He was the game day one MVP after that performance. Hatcher off the iron. And back over to the hosts. 1:45 to go in the first quarter. Here's Wood again. He just hit one, make it two. Well, you can't leave a man like that open. That's his bread and butter play. You got to know that. More than anything, that's why he's in the game. The Hoosier native from the great state, the great Hoosier state of Indiana. Played at North Carolina State before going on to play professionally. 27 years of age. He played at UConn Murcia for a few years and played last year with the Santa Cruz Warriors, but has come back to Europe. Stipcevic. Devecki. Spisu, excuse me. And, oh, what a play! Taking off Pierre and slams it home, his second dunk of the game. And the Dinamo Sassari players got so excited that they hit the big screen there, and it fell down. That's right in front of them. Look at this. Now they're having to pick it up. I'll say, easy, guys. LCD screen. There it is. They're picking it up. Oh, boy. Well, Pierre has taken his game to new heights, both literally and figuratively, the last few weeks. I've been impressed by him. So that was his first dunk. Daishon Pierre. That was when he leaked out early. So that screen issue, LCD screen issue, has led to a slight delay here in proceedings. And the fans trying to put a little bit of hocus pocus on Dinamo Sassari. And making sure it's plugged in. So it looks like everything is back where it should be. And we should be starting things off here, hopefully, sooner rather than later. And 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. And Wood inbounds it to Waters. So Pierre kind of stemming the tide with his latest dunk. And how will Waters and Karsiyaka respond? Jones goes to work on Jones. Here he is. Jared Jones outside. And Stichovic brings it up the floor now for Dinamo Sassari in the final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Levi Randolph from the left, and Jared Jones with a rebound. So Pinar Karsiyaka will hold it, presumably. Waters into Jared Jones. Dinamo Sassari had a couple fouls to give, so they force Pinar Karsiyaka to inbound it. Waters gets it to Wood. And not sure what that was. He was double teamed, tried to get rid of it to Jones, and Dinamo Sassari ended up playing such good defense that Pinar Karsiyaka failed to get a shot off. At the end of one, it's Dinamo Sassari on top, 18-12 at Pinar Karsiyaka. So, well, the shooting has picked up a little bit for Karsiyaka. Those 2 threes from Wood from deep, but inside the arc, struggling somewhat. And it's Dinamo Sassari that have the early lead.
Go back, go corner and back. I'll go here.
Watch the skip pass, too.
Yeah, we'll watch those passes also. But we need to take initiative in the defense. We are like the finish. They scored only 8 people.
And balancing defense, okay? And then, when we are playing out court, move the ball quick.
So it was shall we say, the Daishon Pierre show in the early going for Dinamo Sassari. Daishon Pierre thus far 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, got a couple of dunks. He's got the wow factor. Folks, if you're watching, early contender perhaps for the MVP of the week. Of course, they have to win the game. There he was out on the break, but it was his other dunk that electrified the fans watching back in Sardinia. he called it. There he is showing us his three-point shooting skills. So it was the dunk where he took off just as he got to the side, to the edge of the lane. It really rocked the house. So second quarter action underway. And Pinar Karsiyaka come out firing. But Turin, the captain, was off target. Now Pierre going to work against Turin and goes up strong and scores. Boy, he's looking almost unstoppable at this point, isn't he? Look at this. And you can see it looks like Turin maybe did not get any body there, but he made that swiping motion, and I'm sure that's what the referee saw. So you can understand why that call was made. Darko Planinic and Spisu in the game for Dinamo Sassari. Planinic, the big center, in the middle. So now the twisting move, and beautiful play from Jones. And just probably moved into him just a little bit and got him with a body. Not much more you could do really for Planinic there. And Jones, well, if anybody's going to bring this team back, it'll be him. Spisu dribbles up high. Now Bamforth. And Wood called for the hold down low. Yes. A bit of a awkward call. As Planinic was moving in, he was wrapped up. Spisu for three. And Planinic saw the great reach, but wasn't able to collect the rebound. Turin into Jones, and he is fouled by Levi Randolph. Well, when you got a big body like Jared Jones, certainly a tall body, you want to go to him as often as you can. And Randolph saying, you're going to have to go to the line and earn this one. So he makes the first on the season, shooting at an 81.8% clip coming into this game, Jared Jones. But misses the second. He had hit 27 of 33, so now he's 28 of 35 on the season. Randolph. Beautiful drive from Randolph. Spisu comes out, gets his hands on Waters. Waters to Jones again. And Planinic had Jones on his back, knocked it over to Randolph. Pierre out to Bamforth. Looks off the pass. Oh, what a shot from Scott Bamforth. A little teardrop, and it looked like Bamforth just threw a punch at Turin. Must have trying to push him away from behind. Callahan from the right. Can't get it to go tonight. And now Waters called for a foul on Planinic out behind the arc. And Pinar Karsiyaka a little frustrated now how the game is being officiated. And they have to be careful. You can see the Waters is barking at the referee right now. Watch this. Here it is again. Planich has twice now gotten fouls called on the defense when he was setting a screen. Now Planich on the baseline and gets the shooter's roll. Wood to Turin. Now Turin open. Passes to Jones, who has to get it in the corner. Jones goes baseline. And Turin crashed the boards. Jones slow to get up. Randolph, they rotate it. Spisu on the left. And Planinic. And the ball goes out of bounds. And it does seem almost as if right now the 50-50 is going the way of Dinamo Sassari. That possibly could have been a Pinar Karsiyaka ball. These things will even out over the course of the game, no doubt. Guven's going to come back in for Jones, who's getting a little bit frustrated in there. Now Planinic goes to work on Guven. Outside, Randolph. And Wood now gets the rebound and up to, Turin runs the floor and gets the fast break, wants the unsportsmanlike called. He's not going to get it. Look at this. Ran it well for a big fella. Look at that. And he made sure of it. He was frustrated, as we said, the way some of the calls were going, not going his team's way. And he took out his anger on the rim that time. But he bricked the free throw. However, they'll get another attempt. 6:05 remaining here in the second quarter, and this Pinar Karsiyaka team not liking the way things have been going for them, and they are playing with a little bit more fire. And that was a great play by Turin. Made the catch and then made sure of the dunk. So on the second attempt, he does make the free throw. So Bamforth back to Pierre, then inside, and well read by Guven. Waters pulls up on the break, and then it's the turn of Bamforth and Planinic to battle each other for the rebound. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Pinar Karsiyaka ball. DeVecchi in the game, number 8. Now Guven. Oh, that was a sweet move from Guven, the young Turkey international. Starting to come to prominence here, folks. I like his game. Seems to have gotten a little bit stronger in the past year. And Planinic wasn't planning on that. He has to go to the bench. Planinic to the bench. So Sean Jones comes back in to deal with this emerging threat in Guven and makes the second. Referee telling Turin and Polonara to play clean. Looks like Turin's having words with Polonara, talking a little bit of trash, and Johan Rosso has seen it and called a technical foul. Unbelievable. Turin needs to keep his emotions in check. That was uncalled for, especially after the referee just told you to chill out. And Bamforth, however, doesn't punish Turin and Pinar Karsiyaka for the mistake. Now Turin's going to come out, get a talking to by Trifinovic. No doubt about Turin, though. He brought some fire to the team. Now Jared Jones goes back in. And DeVecchi hits the three-pointer. The captain. 8 is great. Gives a little bit more breathing room midway through the quarter. The third three-pointer for Dinamo Sassari. Callahan for 3. Boy, he can't buy a bucket tonight. Now Hatcher. Oh, beautiful pass. Hatcher to Sean Jones. And the lead goes back to 9 for Dinamo Sassari. Karsiyaka called the timeout. Let's listen to Coach.
One more. This one we go. This way is losing the game. Not a strong reaction back here. We commit here for the help. This one is going here. This one is not going strong here.
Nine assists for Dinamo Sassari, 7 for Pinar Karsiyaka. Well, what an intriguing game tonight. Dinamo Sassari coming back. Look at this. This is Turin on the leak, the dunk. And then this was Guven. I don't like it when Turin asks for the unsportsmanlike. You see players do that, and I just think it's just let the referees make those calls. Woo! Almost a backcourt violation there as Waters was slow to get over midcourt. Woods got it. Is it his third three? Yes, it is. 3 balls for Scott Wood. And now Jones with the rebound. Wood came into this having hit 23 three-pointers in the Basketball Champions League. He gets it to Guven, and he is fouled by Jones. Wood is, folks, he is a player that quite simply you cannot leave open. He's 23 of 48 from three-point range. Look at that this season coming into this game. So now he is 26 of 51 on the season. And the first free throw is good from Guven. .26 of 53, in fact. He's missed a couple tonight, Wood. So the 2 free throws make it a 4-point game. Polonara. Back to Hatcher. Bounce pass, Hatcher. Over to DeVecchi. What a pass from DeVecchi. Oh, and Polonara drills the 3. That was beautiful basketball from Dinamo Sassari. Great decision by DeVecchi to pass it back out to the top of the key, and Polonara. But Waters answers at the other end. with a short jumper. And he gets that deficit back to 5. And with that, a timeout has been called. 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Dinamo Sassari have called the timeout.
It's not working. Go nail up or left inside. Hey, if they are switching, Achille, se loro cambiano e hai waited.
Look at this. That was the pass. It was the entire play that was beautiful. It was the bounce pass from Hatcher to DeVecchi, and then when he got up, it looked like he was going to whip it out to the right wing, but instead he went to the top of the key, and this was Waters' response for Pinar Karsiyaka.
Don't wait the second one, because if you are not arrested the first one, we have problem.
Sassari, 11 points, Pierre.
Listen to me. And then we play 15 defense. Also, if we score.
Tell you, we got some good teams in the Basketball Champions League. I mean, I think these are two teams that are headed to the playoffs. I really do. They're going to be heading beyond the group stage. Of course, a lot of work to be done for both of them. But when you think, you've got the defending Italian champions in the Basketball Champions League, Umana Ryer Venezia. You've got, UCAM Murcia haven't really started to turn all cylinders yet. You've got a Bearstar Tenerife. A lot of good teams. Unet Holon starting to play well in Israel. Now Bamforth over to Polonara. Bamforth for 3. Had to launch it. And Wood gets the rebound. And then the pass. Well, I don't know if Gouvin was led just that little bit too much, or was he slow reacting? No, I think the pass was just a little bit too far ahead of him. Pinar Karsiyaka keen to get out on the break and get some easy baskets. Oh, Waters read it perfectly. He had the steal, but Polonara got it back, and now Bamforth has a three-pointer fall. What a crucial play sequence. Back to an 8-point lead for Dinamo Sassari. Waters to Turin just before the shot clock buzzer, and Polonara collects the rebound and hands it off to William Hatcher. Now Bamforth, a little runner, good! He likes that little play, doesn't he? Wherever he is, he's got that high arcing runner. And now a 10-point lead for Dinamo Sassari, and that is their biggest lead of the game. Pinar Karsiyaka have yet to lead. And now an unsportsmanlike foul has been called, an intentional hold it looks like, on Dinamo Sassari. Oh yeah, good call. William Hatcher grabbed Waters from the jersey from behind, and the referee saw it, so it's called the unsportsmanlike, and then it'll be possession. So this is a big opportunity for the hosts, and Hatcher getting a talking to over there on the bench. And Pasquini shakes his head and knows how big potentially this can be. Could be a 4 or 5 point trip down the floor. Waters dribbles, and sure enough, makes it a 4-point trip. And with that, we've got a timeout. So Pasquini, listen in.
Ok, ehi, Jack, vai sul numero 7. Ok, perfetto. Aki, stai su Jones. Sean, you stay on other line. You take the other player in defense. Hey, listen to me. Line and we going 3 down. What is important is Achille
the
vai a
shooting.
bloccare veloce per Scott.
Both teams.
With a straight face, we can play nothing. So this defense is from a 2 to 1, from zone press to man. Okay?
Again, the shooting numbers.
Try to box out.
Dinamo Sassari
Try to
hardly
box
missing at
out.
all inside the
Try
arc.
to hit them in the back of the-
Oh, father and son, a night at the ball game. Nice picture there here in Izmir, Turkey. This is I tell you what, folks, Turkey is basketball central. They have got great basketball in this country. And we saw it in the recent World Cup qualifiers in Bursa when Turkey beat Latvia, and the fans came out and really gave an incredible lift to the Turkish team. And then Turkey also went on the road and won their next game at Ukraine. So they've had a great start in their World Cup qualifying campaign. The next qualifiers will be coming up in February. Maybe you'll have one or two of these players involved. Inside it goes to Sean Jones. Just didn't finish. Great play that was called. Under a minute to go now in the first half. Turin, we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly from him. He's going to go to work, and he draws the foul. So Captain DeVecchi commits the foul, and he goes to the line. Good job by Turin. First one is good. Second one is good as well. So it's going to be Stipčević that's going to inbound it with 51.3 seconds remaining. And the referee wanted to get something clear with the scores table. So the ball inbounded to DeVecchi. Oh, he tries to give it to Stipčević. Turin almost took it away. And they do just get it across midcourt in time. Bamforth has it. And good hands from Jared Jones to knock it out of bounds. 5 seconds on the shot clock. You know, Turin did play for Turkey. The 23-year-old power forward did play for Ufuk Sorica in their World Cup qualifiers. Now Bamforth gets it up just in the nick of time, but misses. Final seconds ticking off the clock here in the first half. And another miss. And that is how it's going to finish at the end of the first half. The miss was Karahan, so he has struggled all night shooting the ball. And Dinamo Sassari lead it 39-35 at the break. So 5 threes have fallen for Dinamo Sassari. They've made 11 of 16 inside the arc. And, of course, Karsiyaka 10 of 11 at the free throw line. So they are getting the job done there. That's helping them stay in the game right now. 12 assists as well for Dinamo Sassari. And, of course, the unsportsmanlike foul that was called on Hatcher. And you kind of feel like Dinamo Sassari have been on top, and you just wonder maybe if they should have a bigger lead. Maybe that's going to come home to roost in the second half. Bamforth with 3 turnovers, Waters with 4. And Pierre, with his 9 first-quarter points, has a game-high 11 for Dinamo Sassari. So we are at halftime. It's 39-35. Dinamo Sassari on top. We'll be right back. 39-35 is Dinamo Sassari on top of Pinar Karsiyaka at halftime. Jean-Pierre with 11 points, leading all scorers for Dinamo Sassari. Scott Wood has 9 points, all from three-point range for Pinar Karsiyaka. Dinamo Sassari have led by as many as 10 points in the game. They've gotten 20 of their points in the paint to just 12 for Pinar Karsiyaka. Jared Jones and Guvan is have prominent roles to play in this, no doubt, in the second half. Long way to go. The highs and lows, as they say, of Dinamo Sassari. Boy, we know that they've got them. They play roller coaster basketball, up 1 minute, struggling the next. And they will be looking to hit form here. Haven't seen Kennedy, unfortunately, in the game for Pinar Karsiyaka, so we're assuming that he's not 100% fit. So 4-point lead for the visitors from Sardinia, Italy. And Hatcher starts here in the second half for Dinamo Sassari, along with Bamforth in the backcourt. Now Pierre comes across, and he's going to go to work on Turan and scores immediately. And he's been impressive, folks. 13 points now for him. That's a game high. Waters gets in, goes up with the left hand. Boy, that was a silky smooth finish. Did a good job of shielding the defender with his body and putting up the layup with the left hand. Now Wood might like his chances here. Bamforth against Wood. No, he passes it out. Hatcher pulls up just at the free throw line and puts up an air ball. And Waters launches another one. Good job from Bamforth to knock it over to Hatcher. He gets it back and just maintains his poise as he gets in the lane, keeps control of his body, and goes up and scores another one. So Bamforth now with 9 points, a couple rebounds, 2 assists, but 3 turnovers. Waters gets swatted by Sean Jones. Now Wood goes up from deep, and he thought he got fouled, but I'm thinking a shot clock violation here. No, he got it off. I thought he got it off in time, but I have to look at that again to see if the lighting came on the backboard. Bamforth, back to Jones. In this situation, you look at the lighting on the backboard. Oh, and the hack from Turan. Beautiful play from Hatcher. It wasn't really a hack, was it? Well, yeah, it was a hack from that angle, definitely. That was one of those, you're not going to make this shot. And you saw Hatcher actually signal for the unsportsmanlike. So it was a pretty hard foul from the youngster. And I like the reaction from Sean Jones. Just walks away, says, you're going to hack me? Well, I'll just go to the line and make you pay for it. So he makes the first. And turnover. Back to Bamforth, misses. And now quickly. Inside, and Turin over the shoulder. Pass to Guvan. And Guvan fouled by Polonara. Well, that was a great play. And the free throw is good. Now Pierre has it. Bamforth over to Pierre. Off the back of the iron that time. Ron moves and was wrapped up down low by Bamforth, and I think the foul was called before the shot. Well, sensing the mismatch, Turan did a good job. He's feisty. And it's back to a 4-point game now. And it feels like it's only a matter of time before Pinar Karsiyaka take the lead. Although we put up more air balls, that's not going to happen. That was Waters missing. I like to see Waters get over there and help up his big fella. And Polinar gets it and launches a three-pointer. Wow! He still had 5 seconds on the shot clock, but he said, why not? And he put it up. He was a full 2.5 meters behind the arc. He has definitely got the range, doesn't he? Back to a 7-point lead. Now Jones quickly turns, misses, and Polinar with the rebound. And Hatcher gets inside and scores, and back to a 9-point lead. But Dinamo Sassari able to turn it up a notch, although triggered by, or sparked by that Polinar 3-ball. Now Wood to Guvan. And Pierre flies in for the rebound. Polinar for three, and misses that. Put on with the rebound. Here he is, put on. Little Euro step, misses. And now quick outlet. Bamforth gets it to Polinar, who runs in and flushes it with two hands. So an 11-point lead, their biggest of the game. And great pass from Hatcher to Bamforth, who saw his open teammate.
I mean here, 5-man screen, 4-man screen, clean side. If he's pushed with the ball this way, it's a 5-man screen, 4-man screen. This one that join, you don't want your listening, give us ball.
See the frustration evident.
We cannot die. This line go down for the ball. Raise the three-point shot. We are not reacting. Who you aligned? Who? Not the question of winning or losing, the question of your fans. Don't quit.
This is where he picked it up, Polonara, and then just decided to chuck it up there and hit the three. And then Hatcher drove in and scored with this. And then Hatcher with a great outlet pass to Bamforth. And then Polonara hustled down the floor and got the easy dunk. Sean Jones was trailing like, come on, miss it. I want to give me another two. Polonara's got the wind in his sails now. And Dinamo Sassari, who looked a little shaky there for a minute. And it goes to Gouvan, and Gouvan turns. Probably not a great option. You got to surely find Wood. He's been lethal from outside. Hatcher probes over to, is that man Pinar? This time he was short. So maybe a little bit of a break there for Pinar Karsiyaka, because the way Pinar is playing, you don't want to leave him open. Trifunovic might want to change his name to Trifumovic. He was fuming, wasn't he? Over there during that huddle. I was almost afraid to say anything. He thought he might hear me. It's an 11-point lead. His team reeling a little bit. They need to get something good going here. Bounce pass. Beautiful play, Gouvan. Oh, and then Toran missed the layup. Well, that's okay as long as you do the right thing. You just didn't finish. Now Stipcevic. Oh, and Planinic went down hard. Watch this. And nothing wrong there by Gouvan. So the foul was, let's see here. Yeah, offensive foul on Planinic. Wood open, doesn't get it to go this time. And Pierre collects the rebound. Sassari to Pierre. He fell down. And now coming from behind Wood, and he's gotten a technical. And Wood's got to keep check of his emotions. Look at this. Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, Wood's upset because he didn't foul him. Pierre just fell down, just slipped down. But then you can't react like that and show up the referee. So Stipcevic goes to the line, and now Wood has to stew about it over on the bench. And after failing to take advantage of the technical in the first half, when Bamforth missed, Stipcevic was able to come out and knock it in the second. And right now, this is a 12-point lead for Dinamo Sassari against a frustrated Pinar Karsiyaka. Jerry Jones back in the game. Pinar open. Not good that time. Pierre chases it down and gets it back. Look at the hustle from Pierre. Goodness gracious, he's playing some basketball tonight. You simply can't give teams second chances and third chances. It will come home to roost. And Dachon Pierre is doing a great job of capitalizing tonight. But Turan hits the three. Back to an 11-point deficit for Pinar Karsiyaka. Stipcevic, no-look pass to Pierre. Cross-court to Hatcher. Hatcher shakes and bakes. Decides to put it up. And Turan with the rebound. Levi Randolph waiting to check in. And Hatcher picks up the foul. And Randolph had that huge game in the first meeting. And really, from a scoring standpoint, has been a non-factor tonight. And, beautiful play from Gouvan. I tell you, it's plays like that, if he gets a patented move where he knows he can rely on that shot, he's going to be tough. He's definitely getting better. There's no doubt about it. Now Levi Randolph. Beautiful drive, Levi Randolph. The second time of the night that we've seen him knife his way into the lane and finish on a drive. Waters for three. Tron collects the rebound. And now, foul called on Stipčević, and Pinar Karsiyaka is pretty testy right now. And you can see, and just for me, Stipčević not doing too much wrong there, just the recipient of a forearm, and Waters appealing to the referees for a technical foul, unsportsmanlike. That's just, they're just letting their emotions get carried away a little bit right now. Pinar Karsiyaka, it's us against the world mentality. And the foul, the offensive foul called on, was it Planinic? Was indeed. Well, Planinic has foul trouble. So Jones comes back in for him. I think Planinic has 4. He does indeed. Now Waters. Karsiyaka down 9. Great defense, Dinamo Sassari. And the crowd really starting to get, look at those fans. They're right on top of the referee, aren't they? Well, basketball's so much better really when the fans are right on the court, isn't it? Jared Jones, shot clock winding down, spins, puts it up, and banks it in. Boy, that was a big time move from Jared Jones. He's guarding Pierre. It's a 7-point lead for Dinamo Sassari. Stipčević to Jones, back to Pierre. Spissu has it. Over to Randolph, shot clock winding down. Randolph steps back. Oh, that was big time. That's a killer. Pinar Karsiyaka doing a great job defensively. And Levi Randolph drills the three-pointer with the shot clock winding down. Final seconds ticking off the clock in the third quarter. Waters hits the runner. And back to a 7-point game now. As Pinar Karsiyaka head to the bench. We've played 3. It's 58-51. Dinamo Sassari on top of Pinar Karsiyaka. The shooting percentage for Sassari still sky high inside the arc, 69%, and you can see that Pinar Karsiyaka have done a lot of damage at the free throw line tonight, 13 of 14.
For pass the ball inside, and then what we need now is when we score, doesn't matter, go north.
Every time the man who's bringing ball across, try to pressure. Now we are without bonus. It's our first set. It's our first set.
Well, that was a great finish from Jared Jones. And Waters with a little runner inside. That's how it finished. So the shot and the miss and the scrap and the rebound. So the fourth quarter underway. As Sean Pierre gets inside, goes strong and misses the shot. Sean Jones hustles and throws it out, and Waters has it now for Pinar Karsiyaka. Jared Jones goes behind his back. Oh, that would have been a great basket if he'd been able to finish. And that was, again, he says he got fouled on the head. He may have gotten hit on the head. That's what he was upset about. Probably a good point. So Dinamo Sassari, the shot clock winding down. Jones, just explodes. Great. He's got springs in those legs and was able to jump up and score over Gouvan. Back to a 9-point lead. Waters hands it off, and Gouvan with an easy one. Now Levi Randolph, Bamforth, and long jumper no good. Bamforth keeps it alive though, and the ball ends up with Randolph. And the spin and the miss. Bounce pass to Gouvan, and now Bamforth has it. 2-on-1 break. Levi Randolph finds Pierre, and he goes up for another dunk. Well, he's had his share of slams today, hasn't he? And there's no better way to make sure you're going to get the two than to go up and to flush it. And shot is no good. And Trifunovic looking on a little bit concerned, to put it mildly. And the drive from Waters gets it to go in. But at some point, they've got to get some stops. Bamforth for three. Oh, that hurts if you're Pinar Karsiyaka. And you can hear Waters yelling, hello, hello. Somebody's got to come back and help. Waters had the pump fake. Back outside to Jones. And Sean Jones gets the rebound. Bamforth again shakes and bakes. Gouvan commits the foul. This was the dunk again from Pierre on the latest dunk from on the break. Now the reach and the steal. Jared Jones flies in and again was looking for the foul from Polinara, but gets no love from the ref. And the ball goes back to Dinamo Sassari. Then Levi Randolph couldn't hold it. Was able to flip it over to Bamforth, who hits another three. Well, 68-55 now in favor of Dinamo Sassari. And to be honest, they've played better on the road than they have at home and this season. And sure enough, they are getting the job done right now.
Those balls which are on the floor. And you cannot tell me we are tired because the same shit is going on from a zero. From a 0 minute. He's losing the ball, we don't have a reaction. This is for the 5th time in this quarter. And all we are taking care of when it's going to go inside. Never, never with this shit. Never.
Hey, listen to me. Don't pass the ball inside to Sean. What I want to see is pick and roll in the middle, dynamic with Sean that is coming.
Right.
You understand what I mean?
17 points.
You give it, take 2 steps down first.
Hey.
Well, apologies for some of the language, folks, but in the heat of the moment, sometimes you hear things like that over on the bench. But clearly, Trifunovic is frustrated. Questioning his players' effort going after the loose balls, which is interesting. So 13 points is the difference right now. The biggest lead of the game for Dinamo Sassari, but still plenty of time. 5.5 minutes, but an offensive foul has been called against Pinar Karsiyaka. And it's been called on Waters for pushing off on Bamforth. Well, not allowed to do that. Pass down low to Sean Jones, and he is fouled. And I think some ironic applause here by the fans. Now Hatcher goes between his legs, a little crossover, and gets it to Sean Jones. And good defense. And Sean Jones, now he's voicing his disapproval. Waters was able to get in there and knock it away. So 8 turnovers for Sassari, 7 for Karsiyaka. Put in for 3. Good! Well, it gets it back to 10 points, the deficit, with 4.5 minutes remaining. And maybe he had his foot on the line. So Dinamo Sassari called the timeout.
Now what I want to see is you are guarding perfectly. You were on good.
9 rebounds for Pierre, 5 for Jones, 4 for Bamforth.
Send them to the line. Don't give them N1. Send them to the line. On the pick and roll,
6 for Jared Jones. For Karsiyaka.
Put the voice out on the guard with the hand teasing in a try. Okay, don't step back from him. In the offense, go quick.
Dinamo Sassari actually winning the rebounding battle rather decisively tonight, 37-28. Pierre with 17 points, 9 rebounds, plus 23 efficiency rating right now. He's having himself a fine game on the road in hostile territory against a good Pinar Karsiyaka team, a team that's second in the group. So when you put that all together, I mean, it speaks, makes that performance just that little bit better, doesn't it? Bamforth, another 3 attempts for him. And Jared Jones collects the rebound. Now Waters pushes it quickly. Pump fake and puts it up and in. (68-59). See if Dinamo Sassari tried to go inside this time. Bamforth just launched a 3. Clearly interested in taking some time off the clock on every possession. And Polonara hands it off to Sean Jones, and he goes up for the dunk. Good patience, and going with a high percentage shot. Good play by Polonara. He got as much joy out of that as if he had dunked it himself. But Jared Jones answers at the other end. Now Polonara has it. And Jones commits the reach. Can Pasquini's team finish this thing off tonight? 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go. His team up 9. And at the line, you'd think right now this is a game they should win, but basketball game is played over 40 minutes. A lot can happen in this final 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Bamforth drills the first free throw. Second one is good as well. Back up to an 11-point lead. Waters for 3. Jared Jones gets the rebound. Turns. Goes to work on Pierre. And a push has been called on Pinar Karsiyaka. So the ball will go back over. And it was on number 10 coming in from behind. Good spot by the ref. So Polonara makes the first. Remember, they will improve to 4-4 if they can go ahead and win this game tonight. Dinamo Sassari, and right now it looks like they're going to. Turin with the 3, no good. Hatcher has it. 2.5 minutes remaining. Remember, Pinar Karsiyaka won the first game by a point. And nice runner from Bamforth. At this stage, not only would they get the win, but they would get the potential win or the win in a potential tiebreaker. Should have come down to that, and you never know, it might because of their head-to-head superior goal differential. Jones gets inside and scores. Little jump hook. And Bamforth Puts it up. Probably thinks he should have made that. Back to a 13-point deficit now. Waters into the corner. It's good. The three-pointer for Pinar Karsiyaka. Agunduz, the surprise shot maker on that occasion. In fact, it was only a 2 it's been ruled, so that's an 11-point deficit. Sean Jones with the rebound. And that is going to get the Pinar Karsiyaka coach even more ticked off, seeing that rebound go away. Hatcher puts up a 3. Because right now the clock is the enemy. Wood, back in the game, puts up a 3. Good! 76-68. It's back to an 8-point game. And you might wonder where Wood has been. Well, he went to the bench after he picked up that technical foul. He's one guy that you've got to have out there, you would think, chasing the game. And the body language doesn't look great right now from Pinar Karsiyaka.
Scott, Will, Sean, Green, Achille, vai via. We play 2 up. What I want to see, guys, when we finish here, I want to
see the shooting percentages for both teams. Also the rebounding totals, 33. Several more on the defensive boards, rather, for Dinamo Sassari. And this was Wood's last three-pointer. Polinara into the corner to Pierre. He's going to drive baseline. He's going to kick it back outside. Hatcher then over to Polinara for 3. Good! Wow! They've got some three-point shooters. And Polinara's hit his share tonight. He's got 3 now. Wood back to Jones. And Pierre has it. And Dinamo Sassari are going to get a very important win tonight, folks. Make no mistake about it. And Jones said, you're not going to be alley-ooping, dunking on me tonight. Knocks that ball away. And now Bamforth reaches in, hears it from the crowd. .7 seconds remaining. Waters gets in the lane, puts it up, back to a 9-point deficit, but that is how it's going to finish. So a disappointing night for the fans who came here in Izmir to watch Pinar Karsiyaka. And Dinamo Sassari prevail 79-70. So 79-70, Dinamo Sassari avenged the 1-point defeat on their home court earlier this season to Pinar Karsiyaka. Well, the numbers, 9 3-pointers in the end for Dinamo Sassari. They were 8 of 11 at the line, but look at that inside, 22 of 35 inside the arc, much better than Pinar Karsiyaka. And crucially, they also out-rebounded Karsiyaka, and not surprisingly, had a lot more assists. Turnovers not really a big issue tonight for either team. Bamforth ended up scoring 19 points. He got hot in the second half, 20 points for Waters. Also the 11 assists. And Pierre had the 17 points. Sean Jones 13. Jared Jones 12. Gouvan with 14 points. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are we going to see some highlights? Yes, we will, but after this. Here are the Group A standings as we speak. You can see Dinamo climbing a little bit closer, inching closer to Pinar Karsiyaka now, just a game behind them. Of course, Monaco up top, and they will play tomorrow at Juventus Utena. So, yes, here are the highlights of the second half, and most of them will belong to Dinamo Sassari. That was a nice play. And I think even in defeat tonight for Pinar Karsiyaka, we saw good things from Gouvan. We saw good things from Turan. We saw some good things from all the players, but they weren't sharp at all tonight. Not as you need to be in the Basketball Champions League. And Dinamo Sassari coming here looking for a third straight win. They got it. There's a shaky moment, and really for me, I think the turning point in the game, Dinamo Sassari were up 4. Clock was winding down, and the ball ended up in the hands on the wing, or at least it was passed to Achille Polonara. He didn't catch it cleanly. It fumbled. He picked it up, and with 5 seconds on the shot clock, launched a three-pointer that was a full 2.5 meters behind the arc and hit it, and that pushed the lead back up to 7. And from that time on, it seemed like they were just going to not be stopped tonight. This was also another big one late in the shot clock, you see. Waters did everything that he could tonight to keep his team in it. Another impressive night from Sean Jones. Sean Jones, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Also had a steal. Gouvan had the 14 points, 2 steals, but only 3 rebounds. That was Pierre, again. He was the player of the game, no question about it. But it was a team win. Somebody had to make the pass to him on the break. Waters finished with 20 points, 11 assists, but he had the 5 turnovers. And Polonara certainly did himself proud tonight. He had 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and he was 3 of 8 from deep. So that's it here from Izmir, folks. The Basketball Champions League. And one last time, Dinamo Sassari winning it 79-70 over Pinar Karsiyaka. Thanks for watching.